राधिका हे प्रियात्मने श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत नारायण इति नामिने श्रीकृष्ण लीला कथाने सुधार्य माधुर्य गुणैश्चयुक्तम् वरं वरेण्यं पुरुषमान्तं नारायणं त्वं शिरसा नमामि श्रीरण्डीनां भक्तशिरोमणिं च श्रीकृष्णपादाभ्युदयकौरि चैतन्यलीलामृतसारसारं नारायणं त्वं सततं प्रपद्ये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्ताय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Let me offer millions of blessings of Lotus feet of the Gurudev, Guru Guru Varga, Nam and Ishtar, Santa, Sita, and Yukta, and all present past future Vaishnavas, Tavad, Dandavat, Pranam, Vancha, Kalpataru, Vyasya, Krupa, Sindhu, Vacha, Atita, Nam, Bhavane, Dio, Vaishnava, Dio, Namah, Namah, Jai, Jai. Gaura Harti Ki Jai Jai Gaura Dev Gaura Ki Jai. So today is 15th October, Wednesday. Srila Veerachandra Prabhu's appearance day. Then present is on Srimad Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj appearance day. Sar Sarasi Sarasi Chara Babaji Maharaj. And 17th is Rama Ekadasi. Yesterday was Gadadhara Dasa disappearance, Paulastam, Radhastam. Then 18th is Gauranga Mahaprabhu appear in entering the part, Praniyati. Then Narari Sarkar Thakur disappearing day. Then Akash Deepdan, Yama Deepdan. 19th is Yama Deepdan. That is Sunday. You should not forget, if you don't want untimely death, accident, this and that, you offer it to Lord, and then you go out and then pray to Yama. Um, Surya, if you say, oh Yamaraj, you are very dear to Yamuna, Yamunaji, please hear my message. Save me from untimely death. At the time of death, make me remember Radha, Yuga, Gurudev, Yuga Krishna, and their service. हो गया क्या? Like, Ajati. So, then 21st is Deepavali and 22nd is Govardhan Puja. Jai Annakuta ki, Jai Gopuja ki. Sikhanand Prabhu appearance. Then 23rd goes Vasudev goes disappearance. 24th is Vaman Maharaj. Presently, Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Maharaj disappearance. 25th is Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. Huh? Disappearance. Gopastami 29th. Then first is Ekadasi Thanika. Then 5th November is end of Purnima, end of Kartik Purnima. Damodar Vrat, Kartik Vrat, Budja Vrat, Niyam Seva Samaj. So, yesterday we didn't get a time to cover uh, the Gadadhar Das. Gadadhar Das. Disappearance. Radhakund appearance and Gadadhar Das disappearance. Appearance and disappearance, we know, not different. But who is Gadadhar Pandit and Gadadhar Das, right? You remember? Huh? Many people think that, no, it is not. It brings you out to the our Gaudiya Sampradaya and also amazing quality of Radha Krishna. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Gadadhar Das, right? Gadadhar Pandit is Pachya Tattva, you say. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta. That Gadadhar is Gadadhar Pandit. Now this Gadadhar Das is different personality. Not exactly different, but also so different is what? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says regarding this Swarupa. See, Rupa, form. Swarupa, the nature, the character of a personality. Huh? The character, the nature of Gadadhar Das is what? That is Sri Radha's Kanti, meaning effulgence. Radharani is effulgence, took a personality, and that is Gadadhar Das in Chaitanya Lila. Huh? Anga Shobha, meaning hollow, hollow life. Like each personality, remember they have a hara, right? Hara. Like that, Radharani's hara took a personality, that is Gadadhar. So you can see, very difficult to understand, but it is true. They also take a person. They also represent personality. Uh, the way Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radharani, Vishabhanandi, form. Gadadhar Pandit, not different from Radha, in the Rupa, in the form. And in Swarupa, is Gadadhar Das, or Angakanti, or effulgence, hollow. राधा भाव द्युति सुवलित गौर के आभा स्वरूप. So, and he was very, very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like we were saying, one day, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like this 18th October, Sripat, Paniyati, they are celebrating that he came there. So at that time, Raghav Pandit, like yesterday we saw Raghav Pandit, he's taking other day, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Shamananda, Parikrama, including Govardhan Parikrama. And he himself was doing bhajan in one of the places near Raghava Gufa, cave is there. When you turn around near Yetipura, Annakota's place. So that Raghav Pandit in Paniyati, so Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan. First he came from Jagannath Puri to Gauda Desh. Then he was going to Vrindavan. At that time, Shantipura he came. Then Paniyati, Shantipura, Kumarahatta. Then he went to Paniyati. There Raghav Baba, he went there. At that time, Gadadhara Dasa, he met with Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu was so dear to him. Mahaprabhu put his lotus feet on Gadadhara Dasa head. So when Mahaprabhu sent Nityananda Prabhu to preach in Nilachal, he said, "You preach, don't even come to Jagannath Puri." Or Chaturmasya, he used to tell. Because Nityananda Prabhu is the leader. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to this world to what? To free us from this entangled Maya. And Nityananda Prabhu is Shakti, prime of Shakti, main Shakti. Said, "Oh, Nityananda Raya, you don't come. You do your service." Like he is the one who brought out Jagai Madai. Jagai Madai was so bad. But Nityananda, even though he was hit at the head, still he made them great Vaishnavas. So, so that shows how concerned Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to deliverance of the conditioned souls. They're all suffering. Even same way, his mercy is flowing through our Guru Parampara. So, so at that time, with Nityananda Prabhu, along with Nityananda Prabhu, he did not send him alone. He sent this Gadadhara Das also. You go with Nityananda Prabhu. Ramdas, Gadadhara Das, Raghunath Vaidya, Krishna Das Pandit, Parameshwari Das, Purandar Pandit, like that. So, they were always devotees. They were expressing amazing pastimes when they are going. Uh, I put this earpiece fell down. Put our radiation chip to see it will, but it is working, I think. So otherwise, this Bluetooth also is, is so at that time, yeah, Gadadhara was also Aprakrut Radha power. Yeah, he had Aprakrut, transcendental Radha power. So in his Gopi voice, he is saying, Dahi lelo dahi. He's putting, part. Dahi lelo dahi, completely forgetting himself in the mood of Radharani, the Bhava. Take dahi, take yoga, like that. Not asking for anything. So transcendental, you know, so like forgetting himself and then loudly speaking, loudly, and then laughing. Then Aviram Thakur, Gopal, like a covered boy, going like a Krishna Tribangi, that. Hey, hey, hey. Ah, ah, ah. They forget themselves and they are doing like the way they were behaving with Krishna, Like that, they were, uh, uh, Madhavananda Goswami, uh, Danakandi Leela. Uh, So they forget that this is what, like today is the appearance day of, uh, Bhakti Raksha Sridhar appearance day. And he explains, he is also transcendental. He is the personality, uh, very rare. You talk little bit. So he explains it, uh, that the plane of dedication, what he says is, today's appearance, he says, um, he's the one who composed, our Gurudev says, is on the par like uh, six Goswamis, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in composing Sanskrit. Amazing. In the early time itself, he composed his Prabhupada Dashakam. Sujana Budharalita Padayugam Gadharma Durandhara Patravaram Varadavayadayaka Puja Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. When Swami Maharaj brought Western devotees first time to India, there was no ISKCON center. So he came to Navadvip. And in Gaudiya Math, they are singing this first thing in the morning. And the Western devotees were amazed, were attracted. They, Prabhupada. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Pada. Hearing this Prabhupada, they started calling Swami Maharaj as Prabhupada. No, nothing wrong in that, you know. So, what I'm saying is, Bhakti Rakshasriva Maharaj. So, it says, one who is being worshipped by millions of great people, then one who is establishing the Yuga Dharma of Krishna Sankirtan, uh, and is the king of Vishwa Vaishnava Rajasabha, uh, entire world Vaishnava. Uh, and then for all living entities who is capable of driving away this fear, see, driving away this fear, and then who can fulfill all their desires. Such a one who needs to be worshipped by everyone. That's Prabhupada. Lotus feet. I always say my obeisances. Sujanarbuda Sujanarbuda Aradita. Sujanarbuda Aradita. Pada Yuga is lotus. Sujana meaning good people. They are worshipping, is lotus. Yuga Dharma Durandara Pasa. We establishing Yuga Dharma. Varada Abhaya. Abhayadayaka. Varada Abhaya. One who can give fearlessness. Who can instill fearlessness in his followers. One. Such a Puja Pada. Pranamami. I pay my obeisances. Sada always. That's Prabhupada. Prabhupada. So, then he put practically all the tattva into this. And he was the another one, like I careful, uh, Vipalikuta Vaibhava, Gaura Pada. Vipalikuta Vaibhava, Gaura Bhuvam Bhuvaneshu Vikirtita Gaura Dayam. Dayaniya Ganapita Gaura Padam Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Vipalikuta. See, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he brought out to the whole world the wealth of Navadvip Das. Vipala Aishwarya, how much there he is showing the wealth. Transcendental, highest transcendental wealth of Navadvip Das to the whole world. He distributed highest wealth, transcendental wealth. Then, and then also he distributed the quality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Namo Mahavadana, the kindness, mercy, magnanimity, all those qualities to the whole world. He preached everything. Then also Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, what he did, Rupa Patra, whom he surrendered souls, for it. So, in their heart, he established the, the footprint, uh, the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the hearts of the followers. So, such Mahaprabhu, such Prabhupada, such a great personality, lotus feet, I always pay my obeisances. Right? So, now what does it mean? Establishing the footprint of Gauranga Mahaprabhu in his followers. Establishing lotus feet in the heart. So, what does it mean? It's like, you told it before, but maybe me this one. If you, like, example, suppose, take this black, imagine book like this. Huh? So this one, this is one mirror, this is another mirror. Now when we see only one mirror, what we see? We see left as the right, right as the left. Is it not? Right now when I put my hand here, it looks, to you it looks like right side. Actually it is my left side. You get the thing? So this one mirror, we see left as the right, right as the left. So this is, that's how we see the whole world. We are seeing the whole world in a wrong way. Understand? Always we are seeing it a wrong way. But we are thinking we are seeing it the right way. Example is, in the, um, the, ambulance. What do you write? AMBLU, right? They write it opposite. Huh? Last one, reverse order. Because when the driver sees in his mirror, he gets reflected, he will see as an ambulance. Otherwise, he will see something. It doesn't make sense. You will see properly if it is reflected. In other words, they write an ambulance in a wrong way. But it becomes the right way for the driver. You understand what I'm saying? Same way, when you see this world, one mirror, it should be reflected into the another mirror. You get it? We are seeing, we should not see in this one, we should see in this one. Invisible, understand? Gets reflected from this into this. Huh? If you write, for example, like a D, for example, if a D, it becomes, like this, and here it becomes proper, right? See how my hand goes like that. You see what I'm saying? We see, different. But as a A, it looks like A. But even though it reflected, that is danger. So that is a very danger. It appears true, but it is not true. See, that's the danger we are in. We cannot help ourselves. Conditioned souls, we cannot. That's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur establishes a mirror, that is Chaitanya Deva's lotus print. So then we see things as it is. So that's why it's like connection to the spiritual world. There is a world where we see as it is. In this world we see it reverse. And on our own, we cannot correct it. Understand? That's why we have to see in this world through the ear. Huh? Ear, not through this eye. Huh? And so the operation has to be done in the heart. Then we adjust it. So, विपुलीकृत वैभव गौर भुव भुवनेशु विकीर्तित गौर दयनीय गणार्पित गौर पदम प्रणमामि सदा प्रभुपाद पदम. And also this padam, the word, the alankara, our Gurudev says is like shobha, is like decoration. See, this, what you write in Sanskrit has to be decorated with so many beautiful ornaments. Ornament doesn't mean that gold, diamond, pearl, like that. Is a like in this case, Dayaniya Ganapita Gaurapadam, Vipalikuta Gaura Prabhupada Padam. Then the end becomes the beginning, like that. Like, remember other day we were saying how they find Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. That's a beautiful ornament. Amazing. A sloka containing that. The Sanskrit is an amazing. Expressing, for example, pi, 22 by 7, mathematics, to 32 digits. Uh, in the glorification of Krishna. Gopi Bhavo, Gopi Bruta, Gopi. Like that one sloka, you can easily remember. Mathematically look at it, up to 32 digits. Like that is ornament. So that is not possible by everybody. Gifted, exalted. So Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Maharaj was on that caliber. Rupa Sanatan, like that. Another one is the Sri Premadama Deva Stotra. Premadama Deva Stotra. Premadama Deva Meva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. You can hear that. Deva Siddha Mukta Yukta Bhakta Vrunda Vanditam. Papa Tapa Dava Daha Dugdha Sukha Samditam. Krishna Nama Sidhu Dama Danya Dana Sagaram. Premadama Devameva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. It's like about 70 slokas, something like that. 70, 69, 72, 71, 72 slokas. Now, if you say why 72, why not 72? See, 7 plus 2, add 9. See, 9 has a significance. Navada Bhakti, understand? So it's hidden by this sloka. It seems like. So the demigods who were Siddhas, one who has perfected things, liberated person, yogis, and Bhagavad Bhaktagana, and the great devotees who are always paying obeisances. And also that Yesha Vimakata Rupa, meaning one who is separated from the Supreme Lord, the qualities like Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi, Kamana, Jaya. One who has a desire for enjoying tendency, liberation, perfection, these desires. Tritapa, these sufferings, three kind of suffering. Adi Daivik, Adi Bhaut, Adi Adhyatmik. Our own body, training, mind, and then higher power, other living entities. See, we are being bombarded in this world. Our own mind, our own body. This body is a factory of disease. Mind disturbed. Always taking to, is like a, it's like a Google map. If you're not careful, you will go into the thing. If you see, so unless we are directed by our intelligence, understand, under the direction of intelligence, proper intelligence, bhakti, directed by Guru, like one who establishes the lotus feet in our heart. Otherwise, we end up into we don't know, we have to go in a wrong way. So, like that, Davagni, why? Vishwa Davagni. This whole world is burning. All this, one who can make it away, can remove, who can drive away. See, you understand? This Tritapa, this burning of, like uh, samsara, this fire of samsara, Tritapa. And then mukti, bhukti, mukti, siddhi, desires. All these are like fire, moving away, taking them away. What it will take? Sri Krishna Nama Rupa Sudha Bhandara. He is distributing Krishna Nama, Sudha Bhandara, like store of Krishna Nama. Beautiful, Bhandara. Nija Dhamma, Nija Nama Danya, Dana Sagara. Dana Sagara Sarupa. He's like a he's charity, not ordinary charity. He can give away like a ocean of. He can imagine ocean. How much he can give out, it will never get exhausted. He is capable of giving. Only thing is receiver. You should be willing to receive it. So, Nija Nama Danya, Dana Sagara. So, Sudhakar Janma. That Devata, Prema Maya Murti, his form is Prema, love, transcendental love. Gaura Sundar, such a Gaura Sundar, I pay my vocation. Prema Dama Deva Meva, Prema Dama Deva Meva, Naumi Gaura Sundaram. Naumi means paying obeisance. That Gaura Sundar. Krishna Nama Sidu Dama Danya Dana Sagara Prema Dama Deva Meva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. But see this, the words itself, Deva Siddham, Deva Siddha Mukta Yukta Bhakta Vrunda Vanditam, Papatapa Dava Daha Dagda Dukkha Kanditam, Krishna Nama Sidu Dama Danya Dana Sagaram, Prema Dama Deva Meva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. See, like this, we compose 72. So you can see 72 is becomes 7 plus 2, 9. So it will make a perfection in the Navida Bhakti, things like that. So he composed it, and you can see how perfect. You know, you think an ordinary person can. You know. So such a uh, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj appearance day. So we pay obeisance. What struck me is one thing. When in one of his writings, he says, in this material world, there are no two identical things. I think this I told you 100 times. Okay, one more time. you know, like fingerprint, iris, okay, voice print, everything is actually unique to a person. Like in Krishna's pastime, each one Saka of Krishna or Gopis have individuality, uniqueness, in that world. Same way there is uniqueness. There are no two identical leaves, grain also, or anything. Now, to what extent he can make it unique? To the atomic level, and what suppose Bhakti Sridhar mentioned in one of the articles. There are no two identical electrons. When I read that, I got some confidence in what I was trying to say. you know, he goes to that extent. There are no two identical electrons. So you can imagine. Can you see electrons? Ah, you can't see atom. Forget about electrons. So the Lord is, Krishna is so amazing. His external potency in this world. And then Yogamaya in the spiritual world. Of course, this is shadow of Yogamaya. Shadow itself is so powerful, so capable that it will make everything unique, even to the level of electrons. That shows something. In other words, you don't need to do any competition or anything. Competition should be there in a service, to the center, but not to compete for our own sense gratification. See, this is the thing. This is why Bhakti Rakshasridhar Maharaj says in his thing, the prejudice of our past experience, prejudice of our past experience, we are contaminated, we are, uh, when prejudice meaning from our own limited point, get it? Limited view, caught within us in a subtle form, in our mind, so many things. As covered like dust, the eye of our soul. Covered like dust, the eye of our soul. The eye, soul as an eye, like, right? You have this eye for this gross body, same thing, eye as a sukshma deha, and also for the soul. It covers our eye of soul. Our inner vision is densely covered with the dust of many different misconceptions of separate interests, causing us to ignore the universal interest. When we become selfish, we don't see the interest of others and also the Lord's interest. You know. So this mental cover is made up of the prejudice of local and provincial interest, and it keeps us from seeing reality. See, imagine the mirror is covered with dust. What you can see? What is, it will not properly, you cannot properly see. Vishaya dulite kemane se para tattva paya dekite. How will a person be able to read the universal wave when his mind is fully engrossed with local interests of different kinds? How can one detect the universal interest, the universal wave? Only one who has fully eliminated all kinds of local interest and is eager to understand the universal wave can see it clearly. So, universal interest. No, we have to get rid of local interest. Meaning what? Interest of our senses, you know, these five senses, uh, and the subtle senses. Fine. Arteshwa Vijna Swarat. What is the purpose of this? Is Srimad Bhagavatam. Arteshwa Vijna Swarat. Tene Brahma Udi Adi Kave Muhyanti Surya. Tejavari Mudam Yata Vinmayat Sargo Amrita. Samna Dvena Sada Nirastaskokam. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Our Gurudev explains it. The final form, Radha, even though Radha's name is not mentioned there, it refers to Radha. Satyam Param Dhimahi, the supreme truth. So what is the purpose of the movement of this world? What is the purpose of the movement of this world? Answer is clear, for itself. Reality is for itself. It is not there to satisfy many, but to satisfy one, Krishna. All the waves are meant to satisfy that one. And if we put ourselves on that level, we can understand the truth. Otherwise, we are all cheaters. He says we are all cheaters. So, uh, we are far from the truth, and we cannot see that everything always are flowing toward the satisfaction of one, Swayam Bhagavan. So, we are laboring under a deception. We are deceivers who are not just deceiving ourselves, but the world also. We are guilty of misunderstanding everything and of carrying that false knowledge to others. Everyone, all the Baddha Jivas are more or less cheaters. That is our position. This is, cheaters. Conditioned soul meaning cheaters. You can see, uh, cheating ourselves, cheating others. Like Swami Maharaj used to say, cheaters and the cheated. Cheaters and cheated. Only the devotees are, actually not cheating us. And they are protecting us from getting cheated. So, that is our position. And we must be relieved of such misunderstanding, such deception of our own self as well as the environment, if we are able to place in our proper position. So the education must be Vedic. It goes on and on like that. Like one thing he says is, I forget where he says, we try to feed through the mouth, not through the nose, eye, ear. You know, right? The food, right? Food. Yeah, feeding through. So, like that, uh, misconceptions, you know. So great personality. We really pay our senses lotus feet of Bhakti Rakshaka Sridhar Maharaj and may be merciful and actually show us uh, his contribution. Uh, so much transcendental things hidden in it. writings. So all glories to Bhakti Rakshaka Sri Rama. Yeah, yeah. Now, uh, because after tomorrow will be Navadip, Navadip Dham ki jai, jai, jai. For 2 days, no, 3 days. There, now we will continue our parikrama thing. There is a Navagraha, like we are doing parikrama of Govardhan. So many places, maybe. So in this place, uh, the present name is Kunjera. Uh, uh, what does it mean is Kunjera meaning like an elephant. Kunjera. One time, what happened was gopis, they all came together and they made a different personalities. From a distance, looked like a elephant. Oh, that's right. Sometime you might have seen the gopis, sitting one gopi like this, one gopi, and from a distance look like there is a elephant, sitting, elephant standing with all this, I can imagine. So, then what happened, Krishna? He sat on that elephant. uh, and the elephant is moving. So you can imagine the amazing, harmonious, thing. Uh, Sometimes in some show you might see, some, but these are all at the beginning from the spiritual world. There is nothing new in this world, but it is all contaminated. Then because of that, it was called Nava Kunjar. The name was Kunjar. From there is another place called Surya Kund. Radha Kund, about 4 miles from Radha in the north direction. So there, Srimati Radhika used to go to perform Surya Puja with her Sakis, especially on Sunday. Mitra Deva, they call it Mitra Deva, Surya Deva. He used to tell her mother-in-law, I have to go to Sunday, worship of Surya, Mitra Deva, Surya Deva. And she used to say, very good, go, like that. She used to give. Then there, who is going to see? They are coming, and there has to be a priest and a servant of a priest, right? So Krishna also taking the form of Purohit, a priest. He used to come with Madhumanga helping. Uh, then he used to do puja. Mitra Devata. So there are two meanings to Mitra. Meaning, one is the Surya, other meaning is Pranasaka, Swayam Krishna. Pranasaka, meaning a friend who is as dear as one's life force. One is life force. Pranasaka, Krishna. So the Jatila, he used to consider it as Surya Deva Puja. But she could not understand the Radha Krishna's transcendental love. On the third prahar, um, then she is to go back to Jatila. Then Krishna also with his Madhumangal, and after the puja, they uh, Radharani used to give some dakshina, meaning, and then some fruits and laddu like that, sweets. And like remember in the wall poker on the Parikrama mark, how Balaram one time is Madhumangal very carefully covering this laddu. So like that, mm, uh, they go back, Krishna, wherever their sakas are there. And they used to come running whenever they saw, uh, Krishna coming back, as if they have, long time or ago. Mm. Even though it's long time, they felt it like a second, that he went and came back. That is the power of Yoga Maya. So on the west side of this Surya Kunda, Madhusudan Baba Bhajan studies there. He was a great personality, Rasika Vaishnava. And from a long distance, from different places, Vaishnavas used to come and they used to get instruction from him doing about bhajan. The great Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Jagannath Das Baba, Guru Parampara, he is disciple, Madhusudan Baba. Jagannath Babaji, he also for a long time stayed here. Then he went to Navadvip. There in the Koladipa, where our Gurudev Samadhi is there, is Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi is also there. Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he came to Vrindavan at the Surya Kunda, he met Jagannath Das Babaji. So, this Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in Bhagavad Parampara, becomes Jagannath Das Babaji. There is one place called Radha Krishna's meeting place. Before they arrange that place, where they will meet, with a sign. So one time, Radharani, he supposed to meet Krishna there. So Krishna is waiting, and the gopis, they came earlier, and Radharani, they hide her in a kunja. And when Krishna came, he saw gopis, and he is asking, very anxious. He came to examine whether is Krishna mood, whether he is anxious or not. They want to make sure he is very anxious to meet her. So Krishna is asking, you Sakhi, uh, looks like Kishore nahi, Tuna hai, Tuna hai. Why Kishore did not come? Then Sakita is telling, today Abhimanyu is in the home, Jetila and Kutila. Today they are very carefully guarding her. She's not there. She's not letting her go out. So chances are very less that she will come today. Then hearing that, Krishna his face became, he lost all the vigor, all the uh, happiness and became very uh, dukkhi. He's not happy, became unhappy. Then Saki is saying that Krishna is in separation mode from Radharani. Then they were pleased, oh, this is the right time to bring. So they brought Radharani there. So because Krishna is he's calling it, you na, why she did not come? You, why, na, did not come. So because he asked like that, this place name became Tunai. Now, because all the time they don't pronounce it properly, it became Konai. Konai. Today's name is Konai. So, amazing place. Then Gatholi there. This is the place where the girl playing the Holi. Holi, playing the color, throwing on each other with maybe by hand or with a syringe. Uh, so then what happened one time, the Rasa Vilasa, the Radha Krishna sitting on the Simhasa, very beautifully decorated asana, sitting place. And what the Lalita did was, from backside, very quietly, she tied both Uttariya, upper class, put a gant, like tied up, put a knot, Radha's and Krishna from backside. They did not know. They are doing this tale and then singing, dancing. They did not know. Then when both wanted to get up, because they could not, because it's tired, not. So seeing that, all the Sakis started laughing. This amazing pastime, it became the place called Ghatoli. Govardhan. This is Hare Krishna. In time,
ನಾನು ಗಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಮೊದಲೇ ಪಗಾರ, ಎರಡನೇ ಪಗಾರ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನಾನು ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ತಾಯಿ. ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗ ಯಾವ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಹೌದು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಇದೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ತಾಯಿ. Then also, see, yesterday we were saying, Madhavendra Puri established not the Srinath, Gopal, on the top of the Govardhan, Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri, Ishwari Puri Pad, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. And he has heard all these pastimes, how Gopal revealed himself to Madhavendra Puri. And he wanted to see the pastime. ಆಯ್ತು ಬನ್ನಿ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ
ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು 8 ಗಂಟೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಬೇಗ ಬರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 6 ಗಂಟೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರು.
6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ
ನಾನು ಲೇಬರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು ನೀವು ಕಾಯ್ತಾರೆ. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also desired to have the darshan of Gopal, right? But he is on top of the Govardhan. He cannot put his feet on the Govardhan. So, what to do? So, Gopal understood. Oh, see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very anxious to have darshan of Gopal. Same way, Gopal is also very anxious to have darshan of his devotee. Of course, he himself, but in the form of devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, right? Now, his devotee cannot come up, so Krishna came down. You see, he came to this Gatoli village. He told his servants, "Oh, take me from here, take me from here. These people are going to attack. You see, their dream. Tomorrow, you take me down to Gatoli." He gave him. Then they brought him. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know, oh, Gopal himself has come down. He went there and took darshan, and for 3 days he stayed there and then dancing in front of deity. So happy, so in Krishna. He was. So, same thing happened with the Rupa and Sanatana. When they have strong desire, and Krishna fulfilled their pure devotee. See, that is how merciful. Then on the nearby is Gulal Kund, meaning like is the on the Vasanti time. When the water becomes like color water, because after doing this pastime, playing, playing, putting the colors on each other, they used to go and wash take a bath and then wash the clothes. So became Gulal Kund. Devashirsta Devgati. So then Setu Kandala. All the Badri, like we remember the Mamsi Ganga, when Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj wanted gopis, they desired Ganga, Krishna remembered Ganga. Same way, one time, the Nanda Maharaj, Gopal, Gopis, they wanted to go to Badri Naraj, very far away. From Vrindavan, it's very far away. On the upper Himalaya. So they wanted to go, they left the place, and then Krishna brought to this place in Vraja, in Vrindavan, near Vrindavan. That's called Adi Badri. Is the root of that Badri. So the real Badri. In other words, all the real like Radha Kund, Sham Kund, we understood. Now Krishna is inviting all the holy Tirthas come and enter Sham Kund, right? Same way Radha. What does that mean? Actually, the Radha Kund, Shyam Kund is the root of all these tirthas. Understand? They are coming and joining in this Leela. It is revealing, it is manifesting. It is always there. All the tirthas emanate from Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. Is the point? They emanate from Radha Kund, all the tirthas. But in this Leela, it appeared like they all enter. So their real living space is Radha Kund for all the tirthas. They go out and they're staying there. Now they're coming back, especially at the time of Kartik, giant. But they are eternally staying. So same way, Badrinath also, Adi Badri, is staying here in Dhawan, Rajamandal. But he is also there. But going that far, so this is the secret. So Krishna has brought them here. And then then he showed them Badri Narayan, Narayan, Rishi, Kuvera, Narada Rishi, Uddhava. Because in Bhagavatam you can see Krishna told instruction to Uddhava. Now afterwards you go to Badri Kashtam. Then Narad Muni is also in Badri Kashtam. Narayan Rishi doing their pastimes, their tapasya in Badrinath. And then Indra, when Narayan Rishi doing his austerity, Indra becomes concerned. Oh, why they are doing? Oh, maybe they want my position. Indra becomes very yes. So then he sends all these mundane manmata, this Kamadeva, Cupid, right? Mundane Cupid to go and disturb him. Then Narayan Rishi think they will get disturbed. So on the other hand, they see all the apsaras dancing here and there, and then Narayan Rishi revealed from them. He revealed Urvashi, from his thigh. He brought out Urvashi. She is the most beautiful of all apsaras. So then he said, you go and serve Indra. This, Indra was stunned. I thought these apsaras were beautiful. They're a million times more beautiful apsara, Urvashi, Lord, brought it out. So it destroyed Indra's false ego. So then, so they don't have to go to far away walking. See, that shows touching Vrindavan or Navadvip Dham. You are really touching the Dham, all the Tirthasthalas. If you actually go to different Tirthasthalas, you are not really touching them completely. You see what I'm saying? You can go, for example, Ganga Sagar. People go from here to see Navadvip. And Ganga Sagar is there. Real Ganga Sagar is in, Rutidipa. We say Samudraghat. Samudra Saint, Samudraghat is here. And that is the Ganga Sagar. But then afterward, they take few days to go. Few days later, they go to Calcutta, from Navadvip to Calcutta. From there, they go to Ganga Sagar to see that. But But the real Ganga Sagar is there. Only partial is there. Say we are leaving the complete one and then going to see. This is why we are being disturbed. We are not happy. How long you will be happy with the partial, taking partial things. No. But the real thing is in now deep down, down. That's why even if we touch in your mind, take parikrama in your mind is equally taking all this. So this is what that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he gets, he establishes the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And that's why he said, you hear. Even when the Harikatha is going on here, go over to see this place, that place, So same meaning. Then, then also in Badri, there is one setu, uh, also, like Ram Setu, near Adipatri, Setu Kanda. That will cover in Kamyavan. Kamyavan is nearby. This is also one of the 12 forest. Kamavan. It can, so this Kamavan meaning the very pure, almost pure love of gopis, meant to bring happiness to only to Krishna. Their love is only to Krishna, to make Krishna happy, nothing else. Not themselves or anybody else. So from which there is no connection with this mundane desires. For that it is called kama in Shastra. But it is a wrong connotation. But the meaning is that kama is actually pure, only to satisfy Krishna. But the mundane samsara, the entanglement world, this kamana, desires, is totally different from the gopis. That's why in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that kama is describing. So the place where the Radha Krishna's love, the pure love, being established, that's called Kamavan. Then, of course, if you want your Laukika desires also to be fulfilled, it will get fulfilled automatically. So, there is so many pastimes in this Kamavan. So one time, there are so many kundas and the tirthas. 168. So many places. There, among them, the famous is Vimalakunda. There are 2 miles south of Kamana village. This Kama one is the, for us, like is the Vrunda Devi, there, original Vrunda Devi. That Vajanab established. For grandfather, a grandson of Krishna established that. And because of the fear of this attack by the Muslims, she was also moved, Vrunda Devi. But Vrunda Devi, when she came to Kamivan, they arrested for a few days. And they wanted to go further. All the deities went. Radha, Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath. But she refused to go. No, I cannot leave Vrindavan. So she stayed there. So that deity is still there. That's why we go there. Now, and of course, our Gurudev, many pastimes is there. One time our Gurudev wanted to establish in Sevakuj after Mathura, Radha Vinod Bihar. We were given instruction. You have to establish temple in Sevakuj. Sevakuj meaning Vrunda must be there. So first Gurudev was thinking Radha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna. Then Vrunda came. Oh, you are forgetting me. So, but then Gurudev said, no, you are in Kamivan. No, I'm not happy there. You know. So he made he brought out deity of Vrunda Devi. And that's why in Rup Sanatan, so there is a Vrunda Devi on the left side. Then center, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna. This side, but Prajnan Keshav Mahaprabhu. So, she is very happy. Now, long time back, Garga Samhita, in Champakanagara, there is one king was there, Vimal, you know. And he had so many kings, but nobody gave any children. So, by the mercy of Yajnavalka, Rishi, many female babies took birth. And all those Kanya, the babies, who were they? The previous life, they were in Janakpuri. See, Janakpuri, where Sita comes from. Where Sita accepted Ramchandra. But these other, the associate of friends of Sita also wanted to marry Ramchandra. But they were Ram, he said, no, when I come in the Krishna form, I will accept it. So, when they took birth in the king's Vimala, when they were about to be married, then with the permission of Yajnavalkya, the king Vimala brought those daughters. He wanted to give it to Krishna. So he was searching for Krishna. And he sent his servant to Mathura. But by chance, he met Duta, Bhishma Pitama. So Bhishma Pitama sent him to Vrindavan. That time, he was in Vrindavan. Then in Vrindavan, he gave the letter to Krishna. Then he told, please come to Champakanagar. Accept all these Rajakanya, all the princess. Then Krishna went there to Champakanagar. Then he brought all of those queens to Vrajamandal in this place. Then same way he, with so many princes, he also became so many different forms. He accepted. Then he started doing all the rasa and all that play. So their desire of having Krishna was fulfilled. From their happiness, because they were so happy that their desire, long previous life desire fulfilled, their anandashu, that tears with so much happiness flowing. This Vimalkunda was around all the this whole, so many of them. Then that's why if you take a bath in that, all your mundane desires, transcendental desires, all will be fulfilled. And it is very pure. And then one time in the Chaturmasya, like this time, like we were telling, they all come. See, not only the devotees going Chaturmasya, like especially Kartik to Vrindavan, and all the Tirthas also, they go there. One time at the Chaturmasya time, Tirtharaj Pushkar, he did not come there. Then Krishna, he remembered Yogamaya. Then he remembered from the bottom of earth, very powerful water, like it came out. And from that water, very beautiful Kishori manifested. Then Krishna played with that Kishori, beautiful Kishori, that water. Then playing. Then she also fulfilled she became pleased, very pleasing to Krishna. Then being pleased with her service, Krishna asked her to take a boon. And he gave her that from today you will be known as Vimala Devi. And this Kunda, where she appeared from bottom, will be known as Vimala Kunda. By taking bath, you were taking bath like even much more, 7 times more in the Pushkar Tirtha. Taking much higher you get. From that day on, it's known as Vimala Kunda. So many great sages, great people come and do their bhajan there. And here the Maharshi Durvasa and Pandavas also, they were staying. That's also the, and all the devotees also visit this Ramyana. Vrunda Devi, like you were telling, the famous temple is there. So here Radha Govinda also is also Virajama. He is also there. So there are also footprint of Krishna or Radha. When Rupa and Sanatan and all the Goswamis disappeared, then Aurangzeb, he wanted to attack, he brought down temples there. So that time, Jaipur king, Maharaj, he brought Govinda, Gopinath, and Madan Mohan, Radha Damodar, Radha Madhav, all these famous vigrahas. And then he was taking them and coming to Jaipur side. In the somewhere in the middle, Kamevan, for a few days he rested there. They were regularly doing Abhishek, Bhoga, Shayan, putting them to rest, all that. Then they brought it to Jaipur and they went to different places. Wherever this Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath, Radha Madan Mohan, then they established the different details, but like Pratigud we call it, very similar one. Vrunda Devi also, she came up to Kamevan and she did not want to leave. That's why she in Mula Rupa she is there, for example. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and one thing before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our Goswamis discovered Vrindavan, before that they thought Kamivan was Vrindavan. Because Vrunda Devi is there, so it must be Vrindavan, like that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the place where near Mathura, he called this as Vrindavan, the present Vrindavan. Because in Kamyavan, Yamuna, Chirghat, Nidhuvan, Kaledaha, Keshighat, Sevakund, Rastali, Vamshivata, Gopishwar Mahadev is not there. Unless these places are there, how we can call it Vrindavan? That's why Vimalakund, Kameshwar Mahadev, Charanpadi, Setuban, Rameshwar, all these, they are there. So that must be separate from Vrindavan. So Vrindadevi's place is Vrindavan. And Vrindadevi's special seva is that. All those kunjas and in the kunjas, Radha Krishna's different pastime is the Adhishtata, personified theme for that. So that place now again, as I told you, our Gurudev established in Sanatana Gaudiya. Then Dharmakund is there. Dharmakund, the Dharma Kund is related to Dharmaraj. One time, what happened was, see, the Pandavas, as you know, they were cheated out of their kingdom. And they told Kauravas, no, you should do Vanavas. They played the game of dice and they were defeated in a wrong way. There's also Krishna's desire in oneself. So, and they told for 12 years, Vanavas. And then 1 year, Ajnatavas, incognito. In that 1 year, if anybody recognizes them, they have to go back in another 12 years, like that. So eternally, the Kaurava thing is, then they will be in forest for all the time. So we will be ruling the whole world, like that. Mundane calculation. But so at that time, they were residing here in Kamingam for a long time. One time, what happened? The summertime, it was the sun too much, and Pandavas and the Draupadi felt thirsty. So Dharmaraj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, the nearby lakes were all dried up. So they have to go far away. Then he told send Bhimsena, oh Bhima, go and fetch water. They're all thirsty. So Bhima is very intelligent. Where they can find water. So he saw where the birds are going. Right? They must be thirsty. They are also going for water. And following that, he found a very beautiful big lake there. And he was very thirsty also. So he said, let me drink first and then later I will carry water. So then he came down to the lake and he wanted to take water drink. At that time, Yaksha, he appeared there and he told, you please answer my question. Afterwards, you can drink this. Otherwise, you might have to die. But Bhima is very powerful. He neglected his instruction, Yaksha, and then tried to drink water. Then he became unconscious and fell down. Then Maharaj Yudhishthira is thinking, wait a minute, Bhima went for a long time back, he has not come back. What is the problem? He sent Arjuna. Arjuna also same thing happened. Nakula Sahadeva. They all happened. They came and they neglected the instruction of the Yaksha and they fell down and become unconscious. All these four. Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva. Then Yudhishthira wanted, wait a minute. All the four went, they never came back. What is the reason? So he also came there. He saw all the four lined up unconscious. He said, what is this? Oh, they must have drank water. Water must be poison. The Kauravas must have poisoned this lake. But then you see the birds are moving around drinking water. Nothing is happening to them. Then he was thinking he did not know what had happened. He was also thirsty. Let me drink water. When he tried to drink water, then Yaksha came up with him. Say, don't drink, otherwise you will also end up like your brother. You answer my question. Then Dharmaraj was amazed. Who are you? Said, I am Yaksha. Then then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, all right, what are your questions? He said. Then Yaksha is asking questions. Many questions, more than 200 questions. But there are few of them listed, very important questions. So Yaksha is asking, who wakes up Surya, sun? Who wakes up Surya, sun? Who wakes up sun? Yudhishthira Maharaj said, Brahma wakes Surya. Surya is also sleeping, right? But Brahma is awake for long, only practically all the time. He also sleeps for 12 hours each time. That is like, then at that time Surya is there. Nobody is there. So then Yaksha is asking, what is the weight of earth? See, people have, what is your weight? Say, we say 50 kgs, 40 kgs, 60 kgs, 80, right? Like that, weight. Same way, what is the weight of the Mother Earth? And then he said, what is the higher than the sky? What is the thing that goes faster than the wind? Then what is, when you count, you can count all the grass in the whole world. What is the higher than that? So like this. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, can you, how to weigh the Mother Earth? Is the balance? No. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, no. Mother, more heavier than the earth. See what I'm saying? One's mother. And the father is higher than the sky. See how beautiful they are. Can you weigh equivalent of mother? When you were a small baby, did you go yourself to the bathroom? You were passing number 1, number 2. Who was doing all that? all those, and so many bringing up. Without a mother, it's impossible. Come. Then, of course, people afterwards, they grow up, they forget, they go to the college and all that. Then they meet boyfriend or girlfriend and they forget mother. Ah, this was going on. But how much they cared, do we care? This way, of course, every life we have father and mother. But what about the real father and mother who never left us, always accompanied? See, how much more we must be indebted. We forget that. Huh? Anyway, the Akash is higher than father. Then the wind is mind. Huh? Mind is very high speed than the wind. And then the thinking. How many times we think in the one day? Right. Thinking. This, that. Is higher than all the countable, grass. What is the highest dharma? What is the best forgiveness? Highest dharma is daya, compassion. He said. Then what is the highest forgiveness? He says happiness and distress. Then gain and loss. Living and death. Tolerate these dualities is what? Forgiveness. No. Sukha dukkha. Oh no. Oh, forget. No. Dukkha, feeling unhappiness. Happiness, unhappiness. This duality. Right? And then, gaining and loss. Losing and winning. Oh, I lost weight. Oh, I gained. These dualities. And living and death. Time. These are all dualities. Tolerating that is actually real shama, forgiving. Then Yaksha is asking, who is the foremost enemy of the human being? What is unending disease? Who is sadhu? Who is not a sadhu? What is the enemy that cannot be won over? So who is that? The krodha, the anger. Human beings, krodha is very difficult to win. Become angry, sudden, right? Then unending disease is lobha, like greed. Unending greed. Then who is the sadhu? One who is bringing, one who takes care of, always praying for the welfare of all living entities. Very difficult. He is real sadhu. Not just the human being, not just the cows, not for the dogs. You see, people have this different mentality. They love dogs, but they eat cows. See, that is not sadhu. So then he's called Ajitendriya, Nirdaya Sadhu. Then who is Sukhi? Who is happy? What is the highest amazing thing? What is the amazing? What is the path? What is the news? Who is happy? Who is happy? One who has known depths, you know, runa, you know, indebtedness, you know, and who is not in the foreign country. Ah, see, who is happy? One who is no debt for him and who is not in the foreign country. Right. Very wonderful. So if we are not happy because we are foreigner here. In this world, we think, in India, we think, no, oh, you are Indian or American or South African, whatever. Right? Whatever you go, then you become a foreigner. But in this world, everybody is a foreigner. Even an American is a foreigner in America. You see what I'm saying? Because America is not his eternal living place. For the soul, America is not the living place, eternal. Well, maybe for this body, for this time. You know, body is American, but the soul is not American. Or South African or Indian. Soul is actually citizen of spiritual world, Bola Vrindala. You know. And we have forgotten. That's why we are fine. We are not happy. Huh? And then we are indebtedness here. You know, so many parents, like we are talking about. This life parents, so many parents. And we are taking wind to, we are breathing, is it not? We are drinking water. We are indebted. But somebody did not mind wind or air or water, food, so many fruits. We eat fruit, then become indebted to that fruit tree. You know, you look around, it's unending debt. So how we can be happy? Our debt is increasing day by day, every second, because we are breathing here. Our debt is increasing, understand? But we are not aware of it. How to become free from indebtedness? How to reach our original home? See, this is what spirituality is. So, that's why bhakti comes in. The bhakti makes us indebtedness. Bhakti to whom? Krishna. To the media of Guru, Sadhu, we become indebtedness. And they will take us to our original place. So we can be happy. Get the point? So, then, one who is happy, whatever he gets, he is happy with that. You know? Maybe some greens like that, some vegetable. Then every day, every living entity entering Yamaraj, right? Yamaraj, house of Yamaraj. And so many people entering Yamaraj, death is happening. And who are being living here, such as they always desire to live forever. Yes, they always. See, we go to funeral home, right? Funeral services. Our younger age, same age, even higher than our age, maybe just born or 100 years old. You know, they all funeral home. We go there, and then what happens? We ever think, oh, one day I will be in that place, funeral home, people also will come for my funeral. We think like that? No. I will never enter funeral home. Is it not? See, that feeling, there cannot be more astonishing thing than that. See, the Maya makes us think. No, death will not happen to you. That will not happen to you. Fine. But that is also true because there is no death for the soul. But we are reinterpreting to the body. Understand? That's the thing. Oh, our body will survive. No, body will survive. Body is already dead. How it is going to survive? If the soul lives, the body is dead. Body looks like living because of the presence of the soul. This understanding is not there, you know. So, you see what I'm saying? Then, that is why the highest astonishment is that we feel we will never die. In a way, it is true inside, you know, there is no death for the soul, but for the body. Body already dead. See, this also we don't know. We think it is living, but it is not living. It is living because of the presence of the soul. Soul, there is no death. Huh? Ajayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavitana. Na anyate anyamane sharire. And this body is dead. Soul is not dead. Huh? Bhagavad Gita says. So, what is tarka in the logic, which is not there. Shruti are different. There are so many Shruti Shastras. And there is no one Rishi as saying his path will be different. Each one has different saying. So that's why the religion, real religion, truth is very secret. It's like how the Mahajan, great devotee, Mahapurush, Mahabhagavats, which path they showed, that is the real path. Huh? So, then, what is the news of the day? Right? We say, oh, newspaper, internet, and news channel, so many things. We say, news. They will tell us the news, but no, that is not real. What he's saying is, this tomorrow is amazing. See, when you cook something, you need a pot, isn't it? And you put something in for cooking, the pot. Then some heat source, right? Then also that get confused, consumed. You put, for example, wood get consumed. You have to put new wood, or if it is electric, meter runs. Understand? So something gas, more gas is consumed, then cylinder becomes empty. So fuel is getting consumed, and for turning you need a ladder. Huh? So same way we are being cooked in the vessel of Maya. We are being cooked. And what is being consumed? Day and night. Now, for example, evening, day is ended, morning going to come, night is consumed, day begins. Day begins, night consumed. Night ends, day begins. Like that, day and night. Being consumed. Our age, right? And we are being cooked. And what is this turning ladder? Like season. So, this is the news. Real news. Now, this news is true yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Millions of years ago, millions of years to come. This is real news. But we forget this real news, but we engage in some mundane news which has nothing. Ah, it doesn't tell you about reality. It covers the reality. What is happening to us? Can you call that as news? But we are accepting that as a news, which is covering the reality of birth and death, the suffering, unending suffering, unending attachment. You understand? So who can? This is a great. You have to think over it. Then what happened? Then we will end this. Then Yaksha was very pleased. Wow, you really answered my question. Now I'm pleased. So I'm going to ask you, what is that? Among you have 4 boys, right? 4 brothers or for an unconsciousness. I will give you boon where you can take one back. Then Yudhishthira said, he did not choose Bhima or Arjuna because they were powerful. He did not think, oh, war is going to happen. I need a powerful brother. No, he said, no, Nakula should come back to life. The Shamavana, black, bluish black person. Nakula should come back. Then Yaksha is asking, he was asked, oh king, 10,000 elephants strong. Bhima was so powerful. 10,000 elephants strength he had. Why didn't you do? Then, or he could have asked for Arjuna, who is nobody is equivalent to his archery. Why Nakula? No. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, I cannot give up my dharma, my religiosity. My thinking is that we have to, my father and Kunti and Madri, 2 wives for my father. Kunti and Madri. Then Kunti's children is myself and then Bhima and Arjuna. Now Madri's children is Nakula. So if my Kunti has one son alive, Madri should also have one son alive. Equal. Then see, this tomorrow calculation. See, it was not calculating on the basis of personal gain, from the interest of his mothers. Then Yaksha was so pleased. Wow, they are great. I'm so pleased that all of them back to life. So, and then who was that Yaksha? It was none other than Narayan, Dharmaraj. Dharmaraj is Narayan. Real Narayan. So his son is Yudhishthira Maharaj. He wanted to test him, his own son, whether he will pass in this question of religion, true religion. So then religion, Yudhishthira Maharaj passed through this test. Very difficult test. Same way we all have different tests. Identity. If we realize our true identity in the Anugatya, great devotee, then we will become win. We win. We will not lose to Maya. This is this one. Vancha kalpataru vyasya krupa sindhu vacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। दंडवत प्रणाम। दंडवत
दंडवत प्रणाम महाराज।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे,
हरे
राम
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Tomorrow I will
दंडवत प्रणाम।
mostly problem audio. Hare Krishna.